Instagram since it's running. All right. All right, let's get TikTok in the house and let's get going. I have so many things on my list right now, but my brain has started treating all of them as things I'm failing to do. And actually, that's not true. Good morning. This is the daily, the morning report from the Working Actor NYC. We are live on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok. Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 25th. 8:01 a.m. Good morning. Let me know where you are in the world and what you're working on in your acting career. Does anyone else have so many open loops in your life that your brain just files all of them under Benjamin, deal with this? You know, good morning, UAE 51. Abu Dhabi's in the house. Good morning. Welcome back. UAE 51 just got the #1 viewer badge. That is because UAE sends me likes and gifts and all sorts of kind of cool things. Yeah, this list I have going on here is getting to me. I'm in a new show. I have content. I have my coaching practice. I have my family. There's a possible audition on the horizon. There's another performance offer. And then there's been some completely sort of understandable, oh, thank you for the gift. UAE, thank you so much for the rose. Oh, wow, we're kicking off early with the gifts. Thank you, friend. I really appreciate that. That's very generous of you. Thank you. But yeah, there's been some disruption into my life. Very recently, my father-in-law died, and we traveled to Indiana for the funeral. And then that was immediately followed by starting this new job. And I don't say that to excuse everything. There have been times when I could have gotten some things done. And that's when shame starts to creep in about things. My brain has started treating everything that's unfinished as things that I'm failing to do, right? And I think it's the coaching tasks that are the ones bothering me the most. Like, I need to properly close the loop with some clients that I was working with, you know, a week or so ago. Now that they've completed our formal sessions together, I need to close the loop on that. I've had some inquiries that deserve, thoughtful responses. The website copy needs updating. That's looking a little outdated to me. Oh, thank you for the likes and the follows. They really help. Thank you, Omar. Thank you. It's very generous of you. The likes and the follows really help, friends. Gifts are really, really make a big difference. So thank you so much for that. But yeah, the individually, the coaching tasks, like closing the loop with new clients, being thoughtful in my response to the new clients, and getting the website copy updated, individually, those things are not enormous, but they're important to me, right? And they don't have external deadlines. They're sort of deadlines that I've imposed upon myself. Nobody is standing there saying, Benjamin, that email needs to go out by 3 p.m. So the work with a deadline keeps beating the work without one. An arbitrary deadline still deserves to be honored if I've made a commitment to somebody else. Good morning, Pilar, Aizan. Good day. You take care. God bless you as well. And the content is enormously enjoyable right now. Good morning, Trent V. Stone over on Instagram. Yeah, the content is enormously enjoyable. But it also has this wonderful quality about it. It's finishable. Like I have an idea, I make the video, I edit it, I schedule it, it's done. But a meaningful email to a client, coaching client, isn't something I want to just dash off while walking to rehearsal. I want to respond properly in a way, and that requires thought, that requires some care, and I want to honor that. Writing the website copy means that I need to give some real thought to what am I actually building with my coaching business. And maybe I'm not procrastinating because those things matter less. Some of them might actually be harder to start because they matter more. Sometimes the work you care about most becomes the work that's hardest to dash off quickly. Mimi Chill, I do. Thank you for being here. And that's an explanation. That is not an excuse. I had a day off from work yesterday. So I'm here in Princeton, New Jersey. The McCarter Theater Center where I'm working is part of is right next to the Princeton campus, which is less than 1 minute up the street from me here. And on that day off, I had three really valuable conversations. One was with my mother in Australia, which of course is just one of the best conversations. But I had coffee and I explored Princeton with my new friend and castmate, Som Kapila. And, I think we both of us wanted to deliberately spend some time together outside of rehearsal, because building that relationship hopefully makes the collaboration inside the room easier and richer. And she's had a lot more experience with this particular project. This particular project has been around for many years, and she's been involved with it in the version that was performed in England, in the workshop that was in New York. So it's been really useful to hear some of that history and perspective. But her experience can't become my experience before I've had it. I can learn from somebody else's experience without inheriting that experience. Does that make sense? And the great thing about talking with her is that we discovered that we have some similar experiences with exploring caste dynamics, despite being at different stages of our careers. And I'm excited to see where that friendship goes. But there's nothing to do about that. You're just sort of getting to know somebody, to listen to them, to have coffee, go back into rehearsal and let the relationship develop. That's an open loop. That is certainly not anything that's sort of overdue. Some things in your life don't need to be completed. They just need to be allowed to develop. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you're building new relationships in your life, if you have new friends who have come into your life. Good morning, Mariposa. Good morning, Jessica. Thank you for the follow. Friends, if you're enjoying the live in the chat, please hit follow. The likes really help. The follows really help. Please share this live with anybody you think might benefit from learning about what the daily life in a working actor in New York City looks like. I'm here to share real life stories, insights, and strategies about what the daily life of a working actor in NYC looks like. And Trexie27, thank you for being here from the Philippines. Good morning, Philippines. How do I say, oh no, it's evening in the Philippines now, right? How do I say good evening in Filipino? Let me know, Trexie. Marhaba nasil sinis. Oh no, that's Erhan. Is that Filipino? I don't know what I'm saying. I should be very careful. People keep trying to get me to say things that. Thank you for the gift, Nakarita. It's evening here too. FJ, where are you, FJ? I'm good, thank you, Aries. Magandang gabi. Thank you, Gloria. Saudi Arabia. We've got Saudi Arabia. I'm going to write that down so that I know it for next time. Magandang gabi. I am working with a Filipina actress at the moment, so I'm excited to test out my new words and surprise her. Thank you. You guys are helping me out here. That would be super fun. Good morning. I am originally from Australia, and I currently live in Brooklyn, and I'm currently working in Princeton, New Jersey. And I had a day off yesterday, so I spent some time talking with friends. And one of those conversations, I had a long conversation with my collaborator and dear friend, Patrick Richwood, because I've been navigating a family dynamic that has sort of shown up since the funeral. Good morning, Jay Loner. Thank you for being here. Sorry, I took my eyes off of the YouTube chat. So I would just want to appreciate my friends over on YouTube and on Instagram. Thank you for being here. Magandang gabi means good evening. Magandang humaga means good morning. I'm going to write those down because I want to remember that. I love learning languages. I love it. Thank you, Aries. Thank you, Dylan. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. And Indonesia. Hello. I love learning. Thank you. The kampong was a village. I used to live in Singapore when I was a kid, and kampong was sort of the village part of our neighborhood. Maybe it's the same word in Selamat siang. Oh, in Malaysian, it's selamat datang is good morning, right? Selamat siang in Indonesian. There's obviously some similarities between Indonesian and Malaysian. And looks like Phuong Phan is here. Hello, are you, Phuong Phan, are you in Vietnam? And anyone from Thailand? Sawadee krap. Kumustaka, am I saying that right? Kumustaka? I love this. This is making me happy. But yeah, I had a long talk with my friend and collaborator Patrick Richwood yesterday because since my father-in-law's funeral last week, my sister-in-law got upset about something, and my friend Patrick has had some experience dealing with something similar, and so that's a situation where his essential advice was just give it time. And I think let the temperature come down. Don't rush to say something just because the situation feels unresolved. Sometimes desperately trying to close the loop on something just makes it worse. Sometimes doing nothing isn't avoidance. Sometimes doing nothing is the decision, And then there are some things that on my list that I just can't resolve yet. I received an offer for a performance in October, but I'm pretty sure the timing means that I have to decline it. But that's just a decision that I have to make. A casting director here on TikTok contacted me about auditioning for something. I asked for more details and I haven't heard back yet. So I'm just waiting for information on that. Exactly, Sergio. It's just emotional management skills. There's nothing productive I can do about that. But my brain says, Benjamin, you have to add it to the list. Something requiring my attention doesn't necessarily require my action. So instead of one enormous to-do list, maybe there are categories, action, I owe somebody something, do it. Decision, I have what I need, make the call. Waiting, someone else has the ball. Developing, give the relationship or the process room to breathe. And then just leave it alone. Time is doing the work for me. There's a different things, but my brain is sort of treating every one of those things as, why haven't you dealt with this yet? You know what I mean? Not everything that's open is overdue. So I just have to keep asking myself what actually needs me today. And I don't have to try to solve the entire list, but I can identify what's genuinely waiting for me, particularly those coaching obligations, and give one of them the time and attention that it deserves. I don't have to sort of manufacture action around situations where action isn't useful. And maybe stop beating myself up and thinking that everything that's unresolved is evidence that I'm behind somehow. I don't need to close every open loop in my life. I need to know which ones are waiting for me and which ones I'm supposed to be waiting on. So that's where I'm at today. Good morning. Aries, I love the accent when you're saying Tagalog. Tagalog. Oh, what if I missed you from the rest of my life? Janine Janine Burdin, is that right? With the white hair, with the black. Yes, I did watch that video. What an emotional performance. For some reason, I was expecting the delivery to be sort of more polished, but I loved the rawness of that. Sergio Reen, I did listen to that. Gloria wants to know how old I am. I'm 55. I have done Annie. All right, where are we over on YouTube? Oh, Jay Loner, thank you. Thank you, Jay Loner. I appreciate your support. Let me know where you are in the world and what you're working on in your acting career. This is their spot to share real life stories. And Aries, we're talking about Janine Burdin and the voice, like, oh my God, yes, she's that's an emotional performance, isn't it? I enjoyed that. Thank you for pointing that out to me. It was a singer that I didn't know about before. But then the video I watched has had like 6 million views or something. I mean, obviously the rest of the world knows about her and I'm just catching up. So thank you for letting me in. Let's see. Where are we? Hello, Indonesia. Magandang gabi. Oh no, Indonesia is selamat siang. Selamat siang, Indonesia. What is my favorite memory from my childhood? Okay, here's a question. I remember very vividly bad experiences from my childhood? Like I can pull those really quickly to mind, but the really happy ones I have to work harder for. Is that I have to work harder to recall them? And I had a wonderful childhood. Don't get me wrong. I had a very privileged, happy childhood for the most part. But why is it easier to remember the bad things than it is to remember the wonderful things? Let me know if that's true for other people as well. What's my favorite memory from my childhood? Okay. One I do remember, I was very, very young, maybe 4 or 5 years old. And the school that I went to was just up the hill from our house. And I remember this particular day, my grandparents, we lived in Australia and my grandparents lived in England, and I was 4 or 5 years old when they came to visit. And I can still remember running down the hill and into my house and giving my grandmother a big hug because I hadn't seen her in person. I'm not sure that we had ever met in person before, but I knew exactly who she was from photographs and letters, and I guess my parents made them very real to me. And I remember just being the big smile on her face and just being so excited I ran home from school and into the house and gave my grandmother a big hug. I must have been a little older than that, 6 or 7 years old. So that's maybe one of my earliest memories. So that is a favorite memory from childhood, Sandals. I know, right? Thank you, Aries. Oh, Sandals, thank you for the rose. Friends, I just want to shout out some gratitude. Thank you so much for participating in the live, the likes that you're sending, the gifts that you're sending, the shares. If you're enjoying the live, please hit follow. What's your embarrassing memory? Oh, this one I remember, Aries. Embarrassing memories from when I was a child. Oh my gosh. My first day of kindergarten. My mother had very carefully packed a snack for me to have at recess and something for me to eat at lunchtime. And it was my first day in kindergarten. So I was 4 or 5 years old, 5 maybe. And the teacher said, okay, everybody go and get your snacks because we're about to have recess. And we all got our snacks and we got back on the rug and sat on the cross-legged on the floor before we went outside for recess. And I started eating my snack, and it was like a triangle of cheese, that was wrapped in foil. Does anybody else have those? The triangles of cheese wrapped in foil. I think these days they're called something cow or moo or cow or something. And I started eating mine. And the teacher said, no, we don't eat yet. We wait until we're outside. Spit it out. And I couldn't spit the cheese out. I mean, like, that's disgusting. Who chews cheese and then spits it out? No, I'm not going to eat that again. That would just been a waste. So I just remember being mortified that I had gotten this so wrong that I was being told to spit out my cheese because I didn't wait until we were outside on the playground to eat our recess snack. Oh, Aries, that's my most embarrassing memory from childhood. That's the one that comes to mind. Poor little embarrassed 5-year-old Benjamin sitting cross-legged on a rug, eating it with a mouthful of cheese. Oh dear. All right, friends. Come on, Aries. Now you've got to share one too. I like the happy memories better than the embarrassing ones. Oh dear. So I do have this big list to get through. Of course, we have our first formal day of rehearsal today. What that looks like here in America is that's the embarrassing, but is the happiest moments, right? It's just so vivid to me. I can still remember that. Is that crazy that I can remember things that happened to me when I was 4 or 5 years old? I don't know. When do memories begin? That's one that comes quickly to mind. But yes, so we had 3 days so this new show that I'm doing is called A Beat of Our Own, and it's a musical about Bhangra, which is an Indian style of dance. Thank you for the repost, Tendy Ryan. Oh, the reposts really help. Thank you. All of the likes, all of the shares, all of the follows, gifts that you send. I'm very grateful. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. All of these things really help the live, really help the channel, and help me to build. So you are part of a popular live right now. So thank you for being here. I appreciate it. And so yes, last week, so we had 3 days of Bhangra boot camp so we could learn the vocabulary of this particular style of dance, which is very aerobic, very energetic, and a lot of fun. It's big smiles. You know, it's really fun to do. And I'm really happy because my body is holding up well. I was a little nervous about that. But my body is holding up well. So we had 3 days of Bhangra boot camp so that we can get started with formal rehearsals start today. And that means that we will meet all of the creative team, the director, the choreographer, the music team, the rest of the choreographic team, all of the designers come and meet the cast. And we all meet each other, and there will be design presentations. So we will get to see what our designers are planning to build for the costumes and for the set. And so that's always very exciting to get a taste of what our show is going to look like when we open on October 16th. So we have just less than, we have about 6 weeks of rehearsal. Then we go into tech, and we've got a nice long week of tech, and then we'll open the show, start inviting audiences in. Oh, Aries is sharing an embarrassing moment is when I entered school, my white shirt always have a hint of ball pen. I know I've done that. Oh, Aries. Hello, Lucas Cardosa. Yes. Oh, Aries, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Yeah, I feel like this has a weird stain on it somewhere, so I keep that at the back so nobody can see it unless you're standing behind me. Oh dear. Lipsy, thank you for the follow. Hi there, Lipsy. Thank you for being here. Let me know where you are in the world. Hi, lovely Jane Palmas. I'm doing good. And my mom said always when I get home, did you go to school or farm? Aries, Obi-Wan Kenobi, hello there. I feel like Obi-Wan has been here before as well. Thank you for coming back. It's great to see you again. Oh, Lipsy from Manchester. Oh, cool. I don't think we've had Manchester in the house before. Thank you for being here. Thank you, my friend. Lipsy, are you an actor? Let me know what you're working on in your acting career today. Nga Quang, thank you for being here from Vietnam. So let's see, today we've had Manchester, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam. Landon over on YouTube needs some help. Selamat siang, Indonesia. You're always welcome to ask questions, Landon. All right, my friends. Oh, well done, Mr. J. Mr. J's here. Thank you for being here, Mr. J. I have a comment over on YouTube says, I'll cast you as a cop if I ever made a movie. That mustache screams authority. What would you cast me as, TikTok? Let me know where you, if you were making a movie, where would you cast me? I've never played a cop, have I? I played an ambassador in a cop show. I got strangled to death by a robot in The Blacklist. And in in Elspeth, which is another detective series here in the US, I was Walter, the waiter, who gets interviewed by the detectives and the police officer about the very rich man who died. Landon is having some car trouble. He's having some trailer trouble. Aries, I have not seen Spider-Man. I have not seen The Odyssey. I am so far behind on my movie watching at the moment. It's just, I have not had time. That'd be a great thing to do. If these, I'll learn over the next week what this rehearsal process is going to look like. Melanin Cowgirl 3. Well done, Melanin Cowgirl 3. I will know over the next sort of week what this rehearsal process is going to sort of look like for me, and whether or not I'm going to have time to hit the movie theater and catch up on all of the movies that I'm missing. I just feel like I'm out of touch with what's happening in the movie theater. And I have to know, in America, we have the union of actors in film and television is called SAG-AFTRA, and there's an award ceremony every year called the Actor Awards. Secret that I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but don't tell anyone. I'm on the nominating committee for the Actor Awards, so I really have to stay on top of all of the content on all of the films and on all of the TV shows, so that I can make informed and educated decisions about who should be nominated for Actor Awards this year. So I'm very excited about that responsibility. Friends, it is 8:34. Oh, I've got to keep moving because we've got rehearsal this morning. So I want to thank you all for being here and participating. Thank you all for all the lives, all the likes, the shares, the follows, they all help. Please give me a follow if you're enjoying the live chat. I'll be right back here at 8 a.m. tomorrow to give you all of the insider information about what rehearsal is looking like for Vida Barona with Carter. Selamat siang, magandang gabi to all my friends. I will see you tomorrow. Remember, wherever you are in your acting career, you got this. Keep going. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, my friends, thank you for being here.